live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, we're live. So training, effective and important. We had fiddles that we had to work on at the beginning of the semester, which provided a good introduction to 3JS. I know Aaron and Jeremy had some experience already, more than I had. I had some too. Some companies also find training to be incredibly important. I know EA has a rigorous training program. Google has its own code university for developers, and Apple, right? Dell. Dell. Dell U also trains its employees.
All right, so our product pitch. This is how our product and our pitch and our product. For our pitch, we recommended using a first-person shooter in 3JS. And we originally set out to have different levels and different ammunition and different weapons along with our product. As far as our actual game goes, we kind of fell short on doing different levels and different weapons. And but we did succeed in actually making a first-person shooter Smurf game. We originally pitched having networking, and we actually did have networking in the end. We had animation. We succeeded in doing that. But pretty much everything but the three things I listed at the beginning were the only three things that we did not succeed in.
Okay, go?
Yeah.
Okay. For our high-level design, we originally started out with just a block as our avatar moving around our terrain, which then progressed to a Smurf that had no animation, so it walked around with its arms out. And then the Smurf, we got it to animate, and so it would hold an imaginary gun. So the Smurf originally was only walking on flat ground, but we eventually got a terrain algorithm so that our ground was variable, I guess. And then the trees. We started out trying to get some low poly trees and just put them in there, but we were having some problems with alpha texturing. So we made trees that were just out of two shapes, a cone and a cylinder, and used that instead.
All right, for effort and time. Our effort was we were going to split the project equally among 4 of our members. We had a 6 to 8 week deadline that was due, and we did not meet the 6 to 8 week deadline as we had planned originally because there were things wrong that we had in the 3 library, but we eventually worked beyond that and worked them out. And apparently Tech Republic recommends to not make excuses, but to offer a new suggestion to fix the problem. And when you fix the problem, offer a discount if it is needed.
Collaborative coding, what would we do next time? We divided the work up fairly evenly, and how would we work in groups better? Really, the only obstacle we ran into as a group was not completely related to the project. Several classes ate up time, specifically one centered around algorithm analysis. If we were to try to get more work done, we would have to have these algorithms this algorithms class removed out of our way. Hypothetically, if we had to do a project in 6 months and pick 4 people to do the project, we would probably pick either 4 programmers or 3 programmers and 1 art person because we already spent too much time in art on our project. So.
You're good.
Okay. Integration. We definitely waited too long to integrate in our group. We tried to do most of the integrating in the last week of our project, which caused a lot of problems for us because certain people's codes didn't want to commit and it was causing other people's codes to mess up, or we weren't sure whose code was what or what they had changed exactly. So in the future, if we were a manager working on a project, we'd have them integrate at least once an hour, which is actually what they do at Deloitte to make sure that everything integrates properly and works together.
Let me know when.
You win.
Are we live?
Yes.
Okay, so as far as testing goes, we tested on a weekly basis with each team member testing their own modules for bugs. and also compatibility with existing modules. Let's see, we tested our software on several major operating systems, including Mac OS X Lion, Windows 7, and Ubuntu Linux.
Go.
That is all. So after final testing, we were ready for deployment. We decided to deploy our project to not only to submit it to Chrome Experiments, but we deployed it to GitHub. We believe this was a good idea because of the possibility that we wouldn't get accepted into Chrome Experiments. And, you know, we wanted our code to be available, you know, for future improvements and modifications, you know, for anyone interested in doing that. And as of yet, we have not been accepted to Chrome Experiments, so,
No, Mr. Dude.
nor Mr. Dude. So, that's that.